Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. This week we are building the 64 by 64 lot on the Brindleton Bay, and while building I kinda lost it. I built a very big house. It has room, well, it has 4 bedrooms in the main house and 4 or 5, I wanna say 6 bathrooms actually, and there are 2 extra houses. The one it's a garage, but on top of the garage there is like that American thing that you see. I don't know like if this is, however this is true, because I grew up in the city and we didn't have a garage. So you know how on top of the garage usually the uncle or like a friend who doesn't have like much money to pay lives there. So I created a scammy, kind of scammy, not really scammy, place for him there or her. And then there is the pool house, which in my mind it's for the butler, but it can be also a guest house or whatever. So you have basically 6 bedrooms, and all of these bedrooms, apart from the garage, they have double beds, so you can fit quite a lot of sims. What else? This build took me 16 hours to build. Like, honestly guys, 16 hours, this is way too many. No one should be allowed to build this much. And it took me quite a while to edit it, because the actual footage after I sped it up was 2 hours, and I couldn't really release a 2-hour build. So I had to cut it off, and I cut off a lot of parts. I cut off every bathroom in the house, sadly, apart from the master bathroom, because, well, I had to cut off something. Plus I cut off what I did on those 2 like houses, the garage and the pool house, which was really sad because I really wanted to include it, to be honest. But I didn't really want to have a 45-50 minute speed build. But I included pictures from everything and many screenshots, so we will go through them together. What else? Oh yeah, as per usual, I did the landscaping as a time-lapse, not really a time-lapse. If you're new here, I take screenshots every 5 minutes approximately, and basically I took the screenshots from the same like angle, and it looks like so pretty. Some sort, I don't really recall how they're called. I am kind of I have a huge brain fart right now. I think, you know, stop motion, this is what I'm thinking. Kind of like stop motion, not really. Like you take screenshots in that motion too, like every few minutes. So yeah, this is what I did, and it looks beautiful and it's so satisfying. And the backyard is huge, and the front yard, it's kind of more simple. It doesn't have many flowers and such. It has many trees. In reality, you definitely need a gardener to take care of it, but that's the Sims. Remember, I think it was on Sims 2, which you had to hire a gardener to take care of your plants, otherwise they would kind of get ugly and like very fuzzy and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about. It's been years since I played The Sims 2, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. Like, I was too young then. So yeah, the building took me 16 hours, editing took me quite a lot of hours, and while I was building it, I don't recall what I was doing. I think I finished all the bedrooms and I was about to do the bathrooms. No, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. I was building the entire day. I'm like, okay, let's just stop for today. So I go on YouTube, like you usually do when I want a break from something, like either it's studying or it's working, and I want like a quick break. I just go and watch a YouTube video. So go on YouTube, and there are like quite a lot of simmers that I follow, but I only watch speed builds, like every speed build of mostly 3 of them, 4 of them. So James, like the Sim Supply, uploaded a tiny house, and at that point I just lost it. I honestly lost it. I'm like, he sat down for 1 hour and he built a 3x9 house, and everyone in the comments was going insane, like, this is so good, yes, and yes, Queen. And I'm like, I'm here building for so many hours for a stupid house and no one is gonna care. Like, why? Straight up, I hate tiny houses. A build, I think, it's not that I hate them, I just don't really see like the point behind them, because living in a tiny house in The Sims, it's very like weird. You have to keep turning the camera and you're like, okay, yeah, cool, I spent 50,000 in this tiny house. Meanwhile, I could easily spend 50,000 in a way bigger house with way more space. So for me, they don't really make sense, even though, yeah, they are cute to build and everything. Like, I did the tiny town once and I built 3-4 builds of that, and then I abandoned it because I didn't have time to continue it. It was fun to build it, but I'm like, I'm here doing 16-hour builds, and he's like, oh yeah, I built a tiny house. And while I was editing, I spent the entire day editing, trying to make the actual video less than 2 freaking hours. So I had it. It was probably around lunchtime, like, okay, let's just take a break, let's have a bite, and we'll come with a new, thing, like new mind, and we'll continue refreshed. So I come there and I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. I go on YouTube and Supply posted another tiny build. I'm like, I was so upset. Like, it took me so long to build this in and edit it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, screw you. I was so not having it. And this is the time lapse, I don't know how I'm supposed to call it. I was talking to you about this last screenshot. Like, I don't know what happened, but once Kriint I took it in a weird angle. And like, what the hell? But whatever, I kind of had to include it. Usually, as I told you prior, I take screenshots every 5 minutes. Like, I set a timer on my phone, and every 5 minutes I just pause whatever I'm doing and take a screenshot. But that didn't happen here, because after 5 minutes I was like, this is all I've done. And I have all of that. So basically I took screenshots whenever I thought I made change, like something changed, because doing this entire like terrain painting, it was way more than 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm half done with this stupid terrain painting, and I'm like supposed to take a picture. No one will believe I did only that in 5 minutes. So yeah, the final screenshots, when I took the screenshot, took me way longer. So yeah, so I was so confused about the color scheme of the house when I started. I really wanted the outside to look like Hampton-y, I guess, if you want to say so. But the interior, I really wanted it to be very modern, and it wasn't really having the whole vibe classic thing. I did a few weeks ago, I don't really recall when, another massive house, which took me again around 16 and more hours because it had way more rooms. And the interior was very family friendly and very like cozy and stuff. So in this, even though it is again another huge build, I really wanted to go for a modern interior and do like few fun things here and there, just because you can choose whichever you prefer, even though they are very different, because the other one had so many extra rooms. This one, it has a few but not that many. Like, I build the rooms very big. You will see. You will see the master bedroom. It's bigger than like a regular sized house. So the master bedroom has a master bathroom, which it could easily be a person's house in the Sims 4, and it would be acceptable for a starter one. And it has a huge walk-in closet. So yeah, and that's a point that I made to my boyfriend. Like, he was out, I don't recall where he was, and I text him like, I'm so mad right now. And he's like, what happened? I'm here building so many hours and I'm not even done. Meanwhile, Supply released a 3x9 build, and the smaller house, like, you know, the rooms or the small houses, the garage and the pool house, like, I'm like, they're bigger than the smallest build that he released. And I'm like, I was so pissed. You cannot even, like, I cannot even explain how pissed I was. And this is the reason why last week I didn't like post any videos. I'm like, there is no way I'm making this build within a week. And the terrible thing for me is next week, the build that I have planned, it's big as well. So we have only one build left for Brindleton Bay, the one in the island. And I wanted to start with that like last week, and I'm like, okay, cool, we'll do a wedding venue there. This is what I had originally in mind. And then I thought, a wedding venue, what are you thinking about? This is an island with strays and literally ghosts of pets. Like, what are you thinking, girl? So I knew that this could not be a wedding venue. And I thought maybe a house, and I found very beautiful, like, casa, if you will, like, I want to say it was Italian inspired, but I didn't really felt it matched the area. And I went to the gallery and many people build houses, but I was not really having like a house there. I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't be prime real estate, you know, next to dead animals and many strays. Like, do you really want to live there? Yeah, sure, you have the money, you have a private island, but do you really want to live there? So I really didn't know what to do there, and I still have no idea. But for quite a while, I am planning a build for myself. Like, it's been at least 2 months since I started planning it, even more than that. It's from Grace and Frankie. When we started watching this TV show, during lunchtime with my boyfriend, I saw the house and I'm like, this is so good. Like, I really like the house. I don't know why I didn't cut this part. Girl, why didn't you cut this part? Jesus Christ, I must forgot to delete it. Well, that was stupid of me. I should have probably rewatched this entire thing, but it took me so long to edit it. I was like, I don't really want to rewatch that. Because the other build that took me around that many hours to build and edit, I rewatched it and cut off a lot of parts, but I really didn't want to rewatch this one too. So if there are like any, I guess, scenes like that, I'm sorry. I just really wasn't having it. So as I was talking, yeah, I saw the house on Grace and Frank. I'm like, this is such a beautiful house. Then I decided, you know what, why not build it? So we were on season 2 and I was slowly gathering like screenshots and stuff, but I really wanted to watch like more seasons, because usually on the other From So to Sims houses that I've done, houses tend to change within seasons, especially the house from Modern Family. So I'm like, let's just wait for that to happen. Let's just watch a few more episodes, and we're currently on season 4. We haven't finished it, like, don't know, like we're on 4th episode or something like that. I don't even recall. So I gathered the screenshots, I've made the floor plan, and I'm like, I'll build it next week. And this is a massive house. And usually builds from shows took me so long to build, so I know the other week's build it's gonna be like so long to build and edit, and I'm so not having it. Like I guess 2 weeks from that, I built the vet clinic, and it was a build that I did within a day, and I honestly miss that. I don't even recall what was the last time. And I went to my channel just to watch basically, I don't recall, I wanted to watch one video, like the thumbnail of one video, I don't recall what it was. Oh yeah, the previous huge house, how long basically I released the video, because I didn't really want to go above 20 minutes, that's basically my usual standard. And I'm like, this is not happening. Like, what I did then? Because it was another huge build. What did I do? So, yeah, I also forgot to cut that. I don't know why I forget to press delete sometimes. This is idiotic. It took me forever to figure out the layouts and the designs of a few things. So, basically, this is one of the reasons why it took me forever to build this house. So I wanted to watch, what I did then, and I saw the tiny town built on it. I'm like, oh, the good old times. I miss it, and I'm like, do I really want to start building again tiny builds? Because I've been following so many Instagram accounts from that post actual real estate, and one of them that I recently followed posts these beautiful huge mansions. I'm like, they look beautiful, they will look beautiful in the Sims, but I have no way, no way I'm gonna furnish it, because I will straight up lose it. Like, they're so pretty, and I have no problem building the exterior, but when it comes to the interior, I'm like, oh hell no. So yeah, you don't know, I have so many builds that I wanna do after I'm done with Brindleton Bay. That's why I'm kinda rushing it. In EA Play, I think it's called, they're gonna release, announce the next expansion pack, whatever that is, and it will probably come with a word. So I really wanna be finished with this one. Plus, I have never finished the cities, how was it called? I meant to say it's Skylines, but that's definitely not it. City living, that's it. The city living, like, I have one apartment and one where the karaoke bar was on the fashion district. Yeah, I still have to do this too. I'm like, there's no way. I just want to build something that's fun. But again, tiny town, I feel like it's kind of cheating, because it takes me, like, honestly, so little of my time during the week to build it, and it's a very small build, so I feel like I'm kind of cheating when I'm doing that. But then again, I don't have time to actually do both of these things. That's why I stopped doing Let's Plays, and I stopped doing Hogsmeade and all the Harry Potter things, and Tiny Town. I only have time for one project, because studying and working and actually spending quality time with my boyfriend and quality time with myself, between all of these things, I don't have time for The Sims. Fun fact, not very fun. While I was building this sim, I really wanted to have a, how's it called? A basketball court, because the original house had a basketball court, which I didn't talk to you about the original house. That's a problem. We will talk about it. And I found that painting poster, I guess, from Bob Pancakes, and I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the gym, and it's gonna be like an inspirational quote. This is what happens if you eat many pancakes and you don't work out. Very inspirational. That's why I put it there. I know it doesn't make sense. In my mind, it made sense. As well as, I guess, the shoe rack, probably. I'm not sure what it is. I think it is a shoe rack from Bowling Stuff Pack. I don't recall the entire name. Was it just Bowling? I'm not really sure. I really wanted that there too, because I started working out at the gym, and they have these, I guess you could say, racks of weights, and I kind of wanted to simulate that. I don't know how good of an idea it was, but at the moment I felt like it was a really good idea. That's why I did it. This is the master bathroom, and as you can see, it's really big. Like, it could be a tiny house. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I left the master bathroom just of an idea how the rest of the bathrooms look like. if this is your first build of mine, you know I take very big pride of how bathrooms look like. I just don't really want a shower, a toilet, and a sink, and I'm done. I really want it to be like amazing. You know, I want the bathroom to look like, yes, honey, that's good. So, yeah. So, as I was talking about the house, the actual house, I found it on Instagram, on the account that I talked before, like I started following, that posted basically mansions. And I think the name of the house, as they described it, was Southampton's beach house. So when I saw it, I felt like it was meant to be. And I will post a link, hopefully, if I didn't remove it from my saved, I guess, images on Instagram. I will post a link from the architect's website. Was it the architect's? I think it was, I'm not really sure. So, yeah. I will post a link because they did few other quite cool houses there. And because I started posting my builds on Mod The Sims, not sure where you guys download your builds, like 7 years ago, while I was downloading builds, I download them from Mod The Sims. I don't know where cool people download their builds from nowadays. So yeah, this is where I post them for offline access on The Sims. So yeah, a person told me, oh, thank you so much for posting the architect's website link because they have amazing houses and it's major inspiration. And I'm like, oh, this is so sweet. I should definitely post it every time on Mod The Sims here. If I recall it, I posted, like, I talk about it during the build. I took inspiration from an architect, I took inspiration from X, from Z, whatever. So yeah, I will try and post these links. What else? Yeah, basically the interior of the house was modern, like it had few screens. I don't really recall completely, to be honest, because after building the exterior, I didn't really require it again, so I didn't even look. Like the interior is all from house. Inspired a website called House, not an actual house. So yeah, this is the sunroom. I wasn't really sure what to do here. It was a very beautiful room, it had full windows. I'm like, I really want a room where they can sit all together. You know how few houses have 5 and 6 and 7 living rooms? I didn't really want to do that, so this is called the sunroom. I'm not sure if it has a TV. I want to say it has. Yeah, it definitely has a TV. I was contemplating between a TV and a fireplace, but I felt like a fireplace wouldn't really make sense. So apart from the beautiful colors in this room, which I love, I also placed a few items for pets. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to add items for pets in the house because I felt like, where would you put them? You know? But I felt like it was such a nice room to lounge, and if you lounge like for any reason, you know, reading a book or whatever, I felt like it would be the perfect room for your dog or cat. I'm not sure if cats do that. I'm not a huge fan of cats. You know how dogs chase the sun and they nap wherever the sun is? This is what was going through my mind, so that's why I put those dog beds there around the windows. So this is the first bedroom. It is very elegant. I went for this nice blue grey tone color and few yellows pop of colors, and I love it. It's so nice. It's one of my favorite rooms, actually, bedrooms around the house. Well, that's a lie. I like all of the bedrooms because I try to do something special on each of them. And of course it has its own like ensuite bathroom, because I feel like it would be stupid, like the house is so big. Of course I could do like 1,000,000 bedrooms as I did on the other mansion. I don't recall the name of it. Okay, let me check because I feel stupid. the other huge mansion that I did, I had like many bedrooms and well, a few bathrooms. So here I really wanted to go for more of a luxury look, like all the bedrooms have their own bathrooms, and as you can see they have kind of big closets. Like, okay, the master bedroom has a massive walk-in closet, but this one as well as the rest, they don't go like with a simple dresser. They have something to step up the game. So yeah, that's my thought. So the name is Seaside Mansion. And the problem is, how do I name this house? Because this is a mansion and it's next to the sea. So what do you do? I don't know. I guess you will see, like you can see now what I did. But I don't know what to do. So this is the second bedroom. I don't think either of these bedrooms are gender specific. Like, yeah, the other one had a bit of purple on the walls, but that's it. Like, it's very pale purple, and I don't think it's necessarily for a boy or a girl, because it's that grey purple. This one has those bright, I guess, fuchsia? I don't recall the name of it. Like pink, purple colors, and I guess you could say it's for a girl, but I don't really think it's necessarily for a girl. Because you will see on the other side it's very edgy. So it's a weird room because it looks elegant, but it's not like elegant. It's like, I think the person who lives there is it has a powerful personality. You can see he likes music or she likes music, it doesn't really matter. And on the other side there are these big open closets from, I don't recall what, I want to say Parenthood, but I'm not completely sure because I feel like it's not Parenthood. Oh, it's City Living, right? I think it's City Living. And you can see those edgy guitars, and I feel like it's not necessarily for a boy or a girl, just because it has this bright pink color, you know? I mean, does it really matter? I don't know. Yeah, this side, I mean, come on, these guitars are very edgy, so I don't really necessarily think it's for a boy or a girl. And the last room, which we're gonna jump anytime now, since we're not watching the bathrooms, it's a gamer's room. And I really like it. I would never have a room like that, to be honest, in my house. I hate gaming chairs. I hate gaming computers, gaming laptops, and all of that. Like, we're starting to think about building a computer for more heavy tasks and gaming and recording video games. And we both work from our laptops, me and my boyfriend. So when we started thinking about building, because especially nowadays, like with the graphic cards and Bitcoin, like I don't even want to talk about the price of graphic cards right now. So we were kind of talking about it, and I was trying to find like cases for, I guess, computer cases. I'm like, I don't like any of this because I don't want it to be just a simple black box. I don't want it to have colorful lights and look like a weird rainbow thing. I don't know. Like, I don't like gaming chairs. We were looking for new chairs because we kind of need like we're kind of renovating the apartment. So we kind of did half of the office and we're looking for chairs, and I'm like, I see all these chairs, and everyone that I know is like, oh yeah, I have a gaming chair, I just bought a gaming chair. I'm like, why? You don't game, so you need a gaming chair, and they all look ugly, and I don't like them because they are chunky and they have weird colors and I like minimalism, and it's so frustrating. So I see, like, I follow Razer on Twitter, and people post all these rooms that have color match them with their computer, and they're green or purple. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that's my little rant about gaming. And I think it looks cool, but it's definitely not for me. This is the playroom. My boyfriend, when I saw him there, he's like, so you build an entire house that is massive, but you build a loft area? Like what? You didn't have enough space to fit everything? And I'm like, I'll shut up. So yeah, this is not entirely usable. The only usable part is this drawing table, and the other part is just decorative. But I really like it. I feel like it looks good, you know? And it has those climbing rocks, I want to say, but I'm not completely sure. And I saw them on a picture on House. Again, they had those climbing things on the walls on the playroom. And like, how fun would that be as a kid? And how terrifying if you were his mother would that be? Like, I can imagine kids hanging from there like, oh, I'm gonna die, like just joking, and the mother having a panic attack. I don't know. I don't know. I think weirdly sometimes. You know, I want to justify everything. So this is the office, and it's a very luxurious office, as you can clearly tell. It definitely has this gold feeling to it. Well, you can clearly see it. And it's very like, I don't know, I think it's just very elegant. And that's the vibe I was going for the office, and the entire basically house. Really wanted to be more elegant and top notch, and not very classic and family friendly. So yeah, and after that I basically built all the bathrooms and the hallways, which I also didn't include. I decorated the hallways and the garage and the pool house, but I included all these things in pictures, screenshots, because I feel like you do want to see them, right? Like, I built them. I had to cut them off the video, but you're gonna see them because I built them. So yeah, we're gonna jump in the screenshots any minute now. And yeah, basically that's it. I really wanted that dirty golden look the house has, not the house, the golden things have, but I just couldn't find it on the walls. So here is the dining room, and that's a hallway that has a doorway on one of the sides, on the front, like it has multiple doorways, this house. And that's this hallway to the gym area, the Bob Pancakes poster because I need to add it, and the basketball court. I felt like, you know what, why not? That was the bathroom, I guess, for the sports area, the gym area, what am I thinking? And the master bedroom with the master bathroom. I really like how the master bedroom and bathroom turned out. I really like it. And the walk-in closet. This is the second floor, the hallway to the second floor, and this is the sunroom, the office that we just saw, and this is the gaming room, which I rant a lot about. I turned the lights in this room to blue because I feel like it really gives this whole gaming area, and this is the bathroom for the gaming room, well, whatever. This is basically a general bathroom for guests and whatever, and we have laundry there too. This is, I don't know, I guess the music lovers bedroom and bathroom. It has those bright pink colors, and that's more of a pastel gray blue color bathroom. Oh my god, this bathroom, I really like it too. I think it looks amazing with the fireplace there. This is the playroom, and then I think, yeah, we have all the screenshots of the backyard. Come on, this looks amazing. Really like the whole not fireplace, how is it called? I don't really recall. This is the pool house, and I went with this turquoise color. I really like it. And the garage, and you will see on top of the garage we have this kind of crunchy, old looking I guess house, house, apartment for a sim. So here you will see a few other screenshots that I took, and if you want to download it, there will be a link, 2 links in the description down below, one for manual download and one from the gallery. Anyways, thank you so much for watching it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll have an amazing day, and take care. Bye.